From KGW, this is The Good Stuff.
Tonight on The Good Stuff, we're officially 100 days from the 2024 Paris Olympics. On July 26, Team USA will join athletes from around the world for the opening ceremony. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Deidre Johnson. Dozens of American athletes who will compete in the Games are in New York for an Olympic summit and to celebrate the milestone. Jay Gray is there as well and gets a scoop on how the athletes are feeling.
A little bit of Paris on the Today Show Plaza.
Yeah, I think it is really exciting.
Dozens of athletes from Team USA in New York, 100 days ahead of the opening ceremony at the Summer Games, a milestone that for many comes with mixed emotions.
All of a sudden it feels like it's all happening really fast, and I'm kind of caught between wanting it to get here and being really excited and just wanting it to slow down so I can, experience all of this as much as possible.
The host city with iconic views and venues working through final preparations for the international party, the Olympic torch now making its journey from Olympia to the Louvre as a fire burns in America's athletes to bring home the gold.
I want to go do it. I'm just ready, I'm stoked, and I can't wait to be there and make it happen.
We no longer have to wait to find out which NBA superstars are making the trip to Paris. USA Basketball's managing director and a former Olympian, Grant Hill, making the announcement this morning.
I'm just grateful that we have incredible talent, incredible people, just a team full of character, and a team that will make our country proud and go out and represent the very best of who we are.
The very best on the biggest stage with the whole world stopping to watch. The Summer Games now, just 100 days away. Jay Gray, NBC News, New York.
The athletes have a few more months of training before they head to Paris. They'll get the chance to live out their Olympic dreams and hopefully bring home the gold for Team USA. But this time, unlike the last two Olympic Games, fans will be able to go and cheer their country on. One of Oregon's Olympians, Ryan Krauser, was on the Today Show this morning. He showed off Nike's official podium outfits for Team USA. The graduate of Sam Barlow High School in Gresham spoke about going for his third medal in the shot put during the Paris Olympics. He earned gold medals in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and the 2016 Olympics in Rio. He became a world record holder in 2021 at the U.S. Olympic Trials in Eugene with a throw of 73 feet, 11 inches. And here at KGW, we're also getting into the Olympic spirit by celebrating your student athletes. If your kids love sports, we want to see them in action. Just text us a photo of them and send us their uniform information, their name, age, sport, and what city they're from to the number on your screen. Then starting next week, leading up to the Olympics, we'll feature your athletes right here on KGW. Our next story takes us to Pacific University, where the women's tennis team is having one of its best seasons ever. There's one family that's in the middle of it all. As Art Edwards explains, the head coach has her two daughters on the team.
It is something of a family affair for the women's tennis team at Pacific University. Head coach Tracy Binder has two of her daughters playing for her, senior Sydney and junior Cassidy. They are the top two players on the team.
It's awesome. First of all, it's awesome. I love it. It's definitely, I would have to say it's definitely a juggling act, trying to balance out being mom, first of all being mom, being coach, and then balancing coaching them with 5 other girls.
For Sydney, it was not a direct route to playing at Pacific for her mom. She won high school state championships in Idaho and Oregon. She started her college career at Division I Boise State.
Being the D1 athlete kind of has this prestige with it that you achieved the highest level that you can, and so I kind of just stuck with that, and that's what I wanted to do.
She calls it a good experience to play at Boise State, but that sometimes reality is a little different than childhood dreams. She decided to reevaluate her path.
I got to a point where I still loved the game, but I wasn't loving what I was doing, and I had to take a step back and come back to it on my own. Which I was able to do here.
What she's doing is playing tennis at a high level and working on a master's degree in fine arts. Younger sister Cassidy took a different route to Pacific. She won a high school state doubles title with Sydney. She graduated from Beaverton High during the COVID pandemic in 2020 and wasn't sure where she would play her college tennis. Her mom and sister encouraged her to make the commitment to play for the Boxers.
I was like, I'll just try it, and it's honestly been so worth it.
Cassidy plays number 1 singles and is 14-1 this season. Sydney plays number 2. She's 15-0. They also play doubles together and have won all 15 of their matches. They hope to make it to the Division III National Championships.
I think we've grown a lot more. I think we've had a few of our, not so great moments, a few fights on the court, which is going to happen. We're sisters, but I think we've really found a way to just communicate well and do really well on the court.
Sydney will finish her eligibility this year, but the memories the three have made will last forever.
I'll miss it, definitely.
Yeah. It's gonna be a strange adjustment
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be good. She needs her time to shine too without me.
And your 2024 We the People National Finals champion are Oregon Wild.
Well, lots of cheers there. The Grant High Constitution team recently celebrated a big day. They became the champions of the We the People National High School Civics Competition. They arrived back in Portland last night rather. This is their 4th time winning the national trophy since 2001. The competition asked students to analyze the ideas and interpretations of the U.S. Constitution. Grant High made it to the finals after 3 days of intense quizzing. It was intended to mimic a congressional hearing. A documentary film crew followed the team's journey along with other teams from around the country. The film, called Civil, will air on PBS next fall. Meanwhile, Beaverton has broken ground on a new high school. The district celebrated the start of the project last week right next to the current Beaverton High School. It'll be 3 stories tall. The new high school will replace the only school in the district considered to be in critical condition.
Having a new high school is going to be absolutely important for our future, and it's going to be a modernized building with accessibility, and we're just super excited for the opportunity for us to be able to have everything that's modern for our kids and faculty.
This is the biggest project to come from the 2022 school bond. The new school is set to open fall 2026. Coming up, a golf bag has been getting some attention online after appearing during the Masters. It turns out it's from a local business. More on the bag when the good stuff returns. But first, a look at our Wells Fargo Skycam looking at Mount St. Helens. Welcome back. The Masters golf tournament might be over, but the attention around a brightly covered golf bag is still going strong. Portland's own Flag Bag Golf Company designed it. They're partnered with the local McDonald Leather Goods to make them. The bag getting all the attention? It's a custom-ordered bag by the grandson of golf legend Jack Nicklaus for his grandfather. The company got the bag done just in time for the Masters. Owners say they've been getting calls from people wanting a bag just like it.
The process worked that he wanted to use major championships, flags from major championships that were Jack's favorite tournaments. And so he surreptitiously asked Jack to help him identify some of his favorite majors.
The co-founder says the bags are popular with golfers who use them when they play fewer holes. The bags are made locally with leather from Europe. Well, during the Trailblazers' last home game of the season, they tested out some new tech. It's geared toward fans who are blind or who have low vision. As Catherine Cook shows us, it's helping some fans feel the game in a new way.
It was Blazers versus Houston at Portland's last home game of the season Friday. And later, when fans ask each other, "Did you see that game?" the answer from those in this group will be no. I felt it.
And it is telling me where the ball is at with vibration. So currently it is with the Trailblazers.
Ashley Richards and other fans in this section are visually impaired. Usually when they take in basketball games, it's just with their ears. On this night, they're trying out new technology called OneCourt. The device tracks game data in real time, then translates the action into vibrations on this surface.
This is actually a game changer. I'm very excited about using this device.
Jared Mace is CEO and lead designer at OneCourt. He and the rest of his business team formed as students at the University of Washington. Jared says the inspiration for OneCourt came from a video he saw of a blind person at a soccer match.
He was sitting in the stands with a woman who watched the game below and at the same time moved his hands across a game board to represent the action on the field. So it was through touch that he was gaining access.
The Blazers are the first NBA team to test out the OneCourt devices. They hope this pilot project will pave the way for other teams and leagues to give them a try and maybe offer their fans a new way to access the action.
I hope this thing becomes a thing and I can watch football, my husband, and hockey.
For now, OneCourt is still in the testing phase. In fact, only 8 of these prototypes exist. The Blazers say when it's really ready to go, they're all in.
We love creating inclusive experiences, so anything we can do to get stuff like OneCourt into our building is absolutely what we want to be doing.
So next time you're watching a game, don't just use your eyes. Really feel it.
Every shot, every score.
And every ounce of gratitude.
There's people out there that care.
In North Portland, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
We are so excited to be joining the Beaverton area. Such a wonderful place to get outside, and so many of our members live here, and we're excited to connect with folks with the outdoors.
REI is gearing up for its big grand opening in Beaverton. The store in Cedar Hills is set to open Friday, and when it does, it will be the largest REI store in Oregon. The manager says they've hired about 90 employees. Friday's opening kicks off with a fundraiser for Northwest Trails Alliance and party, followed by a vendor's village in the parking lot. Next, we go to Seattle, where a wildlife rehab center expands. How it'll help them save animals after the break. And a quick step outside with our reserve golf course, Skycam. Wildlife rescue experts are getting more calls to help injured animals in Washington. A nonprofit called PAWS say they started running out of space. So they decided to expand, and this week they'll open their new center. Farah Jadran with our sister station in Seattle takes a look.
Extreme heat and wildfire conditions are some of the peak times when PAWS will see an increase in calls for abandoned or injured wild animals such as black bears, bobcats, or raccoons. Those animals will come here for recovery in places like this to keep them wild.
This baby otter is one of thousands of animals cared for every year in Linwood before being released back into the wild. Nonprofit PAWS knows the need for wildlife rehab services is rising.
We have seen over 75% increase in the number of calls that have come into our wildlife center. People who have seen injured or abandoned wild animals and wondering what to do in those situations.
But soon, this life-saving work will be done at the new 25-acre PAWS Wildlife Rehabilitation Center in Snohomish. It's a nearly $50 million project, 15 years in the making.
Just far enough away from the urban areas that people will still drive here, but it's secluded enough that it's beneficial for the animals, away from human sights and sounds, which is better for their recovery.
Seals and waterfowl will feel right at home at the aquatic center. Other enclosures are designed for birds, raccoons, bobcats, and larger carnivores. Right now, PAWS can only care for 6 baby bears at a time. Now they can help up to 30 bears with additional outdoor pastures. Plus, birds can stretch their wings and recover faster in the new flight track.
The birds will be able to fly 360 degrees, where right now in Linwood or even at the other raptor rehabilitation enclosure, they're able to just fly back and forth.
The current surgery room is a mere 85 square feet. Imagine working on a big bear in that tiny space. The new one is 450 square feet with 2 operating tables. The campus is complete with an x-ray room and the only oil bird washroom in the state. Any animal harmed by an oil spill would come here. For the 160 species helped by PAWS, the mission is always the same.
We're not a sanctuary, so animals come to PAWS in order to be rehabilitated and then put back in the wild where they belong.
Yeah, so the center is not a zoo or sanctuary, as the CEO said. Staff and volunteers will go to great lengths to limit human contact, and we can show you an example of that. If a growing baby bear is requiring more bottle feeding, a staff member will do so in a bear suit. That's to create that mother and cub experience.
Well, a little closer to home, the Oregon Zoo recently celebrated the youngest member of its orangutan family. Jolene turned 2 on Saturday. The zoo says she's growing more independent and showing more personality, but still stays close to her mom, Keetra. Happy belated birthday to Jolene. After the break, looking for something to do this weekend? We've got your back with a list of events in and around Portland. But first, we'll bring you up the mountain with our Timberline Lodge Skycam, looking at a gorgeous Mount Hood. Welcome back. We're halfway through the week with the weekend approaching fast. If you don't have any plans yet, we've got you covered. We'll start with the Pacific Northwest Reptile and Exotic Animal Show. We had the man behind the show, Jeff Hoffman, on our Sunrise show this morning to talk about it. The show is the largest place to get close to the animals, learn something new, and grab some animal-themed merch. It's happening this Saturday and Sunday at the Westside Commons in Hillsboro. General admission is $15 for adults and $7 for kids. And this Saturday at the Willamette Spring Wine and Cider Walk in West Lynn, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., you can walk and sip on local wines and ciders. It will also feature local vendors and restaurants if you're looking for something less boozy. Tickets will cost you $33 a person. If you're into the world of film, why not visit the Banff Film Festival? It's running through this Saturday at Revolution Hall and doors open at 6 p.m. Organizers say you can expect to find some breathtaking examples of outdoor filmmaking, environmental storytelling, and mountain sportsmanship. This is a great event for all ages and tickets cost $20 per person. And finally, Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., the city of Scappoose is hosting an early Earth Day celebration. It takes place at Heritage Park and will feature activities focused on keeping things sustainable and environmentally friendly. You can even win a free electric bike. The event is completely free, and there's more details on the Facebook page of the Scappoose Library. For more weekend inspiration, check out the 8 Things to Do article up each week on KGW.com. That's all the time we have. Thanks for taking a little time for the good stuff. And a reminder, you can share your photos and stories of good stuff happening in your community by texting us at 503-226-5088 or email thegoodstuff@kgw.com. We'll leave you with this view of the setting sun from our Cannon Beach Skycam as we wish you all a good evening.